Hello everyone, Fed here, and welcome back to another how to build video where I show you to build cool stuff inside of Minecraft. And in today's video, I'm showing you 3 more undetectable base entrances. Now, last month I did one of these videos, and you guys extremely loved it, so I decided to compile 3 more for you guys, and these are really cool. Now, I'm giving a heads up now because a lot of Pocket Edition people like me to do this. Only one of them doesn't work for you right now. The other 2, the first one does not work yet. That's just because we're using an item that you guys don't have yet. Hopefully you'll get it soon. Pocket Edition does tend to get updated pretty quick, so hopefully you get it as soon as possible. But we're going to be jumping into all of these base entrances, and then of course, when the name pops up for the base entrance, underneath it will be a timestamp. So if you don't want to watch the entire video, jump right to the tutorial. You absolutely can do that. I know a few of you just like to show up to my videos just to see what I do. That is absolutely wonderful as well. But we're going to go ahead and jump right into these. All right, guys. So the first undetectable secret base entrance, and I don't think I said it at the beginning too, but you could have seen all 3 of them. All 3 of them are right here on the screen. Hopefully you don't see them because they're supposed to be undetectable. But the first one I like to call the Frost secret entrance because we are going to be using Frost Walker booties that I have on right now, and that's the whole reason why it does not work on Pocket Edition just yet, because you guys don't have the Frost Walker enchantment. So if we come right here to this wall, we'll actually update some water on the other side, turning it into ice, which a block updater is right next to, updating it, opening up our secret gem door. So if I go right here, as you can see, my secret door opens up, letting me in. Now, I decided to actually keep all the redstone open as well for this video, but you see right there, the ice was formed, updating this block updater, closing and opening my door up. Now, if you're on Pocket Edition or on PC, I know Pocket Edition, you're gonna have to wait for that enchantment, I'm sorry, but if you're on PC, I recommend using the observer block. I cannot wait for console people to get the observer block. We do not have it yet, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the next big redstone update once we get that observer block. But basically what the observer block is this whole thing right here. This is just a block updater right here, and if I had the observer block, I wouldn't need any of this. So I can't wait for us to get the observer block. But here's my secret base of operations. You know, I have my infinite water source, brewing stands, furnaces, chests to store all my stuff, anvil, bed, enchantment table, all the stuff I need for an essential base. But then once I'm ready to leave, all I have to do is come right back over here. It will update the water, turning it into ice. And the reason for that glowstone is just to get rid of the ice at night, because at nighttime it takes forever, or it just doesn't even go away. So you have to have some sort of lighting source above it at night. And oop, I think I just froze it again. Yeah, you can put a torch there, sea lantern, glowstone, lava, whatever you really want to. Just make sure you have a light above it for nighttime. But that is the Frost secret entrance. Next up is actually probably one of my favorite ones, and that is the anywhere secret entrance. Basically, you can put this thing in the middle of a field, guys, and no one will see it. So right over here is where it is. It's right here. No buttons, no levers. I don't have to place down a button or lever. It's right here off of this block. So if I throw an item right here, boop, it will go inside of there and open up my secret base. Now all I have to do is just jump down on top of this slime block, and bam, there you have it. Take my item out, and now no one will know anything is there. And of course, you can do whatever you'd like down here. And then once again, I just have all the essentials. I have my enchantment table, infinite water source, brewing stands, everything I could possibly need for my awesome little secret base. You can make it way bigger than this, guys. It's completely up to you. But then once you're ready to leave, all you have to do is just place the item back in here, come right over here, click this button, and boop, you'll be popped right out of your secret base. Go inside that hopper, take the item out, and it will close up like nothing is there. This is my absolute favorite one because you can put this thing wherever you want. You can put this thing literally anywhere you want because you can just put it right in the middle of a field. As you can see, I'm right in the middle of a field, and I can easily make a secret entrance right in the middle of a field. But there you guys have it. Let me go ahead and just pop myself out of this, and then we'll go ahead and work our way onto the third one. So boop, let's head on over to the third one. Now the third one's going to be over there on this side of a cliff. I always like having side cliff ones. You guys really enjoyed the Elytra Wing one, so I did something quite similar to that Elytra Wing one. However, we're going to be using a hoe to till the ground to get inside of our secret base. So I'm just going to go like this. I did make it so I could just go up and around like that, but I'm a little bit lazy, so I'm just going to throw an ender pearl over there. And I'm also on creative mode. I could have just flew up here. But it's right here. All I have to do is just till this ground and walk forward right here, and I can get in my secret base. So just till the ground, walk forward, and boom, I am inside my secret base. Here is all the redstone behind this one. This one does change up quite a bit from the console to Pocket Edition and PC. Like I said, on PC and Pocket Edition, use the observer blocks. The observer blocks are absolutely awesome. It makes things so much easier with those observer blocks. But here is, I do everything on the console though. I started on the console from the beginning of my YouTube channel, so everything's on console. But here's all the redstone behind it. Here's my little base of operations. I'm not going to say what's inside of it because you've heard it a million times already. And then to leave, all I have to do is just walk on the pressure plate, keep walking forward, and then I'm out. And then of course, if you want to, you just stamp that out and close it up. But I'll do it one more time. Just till the ground, walk forward. We are into our secret base. And then when I'm ready to leave, boop, hit this and walk on out. Now, console sometimes takes a while for this to re-update. On PC and Pocket Edition, actually updates pretty quickly if there's no water around it, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. But there you guys have it. That is all 3 of them. We're going to be starting from our Frostwalker one over to the anywhere one, and then over to the... And then third, I didn't give a name, actually. I guess the till the ground one. All right, guys, let's get started up on these tutorials. All right, guys, so let's get started off on the first one. Now, the best thing to do is just find a nice sized wall, and we're going to start off by building the half jeb door first. That's the easiest way to get started up on this thing, and we're going to be linking our dropper, hopper, T-flip-flop right into our jeb door. So hopefully a lot of you already know how to build a jeb door, but what we're going to do is just dig in a few blocks like this. Let's go ahead and just dig in just a few blocks like that. And then we're going to place in 4 sticky pistons, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 facing forwards like that. And then what we're going to do is just dig out this area as well, and we'll dig a few blocks right above it, dig up at least 2 rows of blocks right above it like that. And we're going to just test out everything to make sure our jeb door is working. Now, Pocket Edition people obviously shouldn't be building this one right now because it won't work. However, for PC and console, just place 2 blocks in the back for your jeb door, place 2 pieces of redstone off the back of it, place another block right above this set of sticky pistons with a repeater going into it on 2 ticks delay, and then place a block behind it with redstone on top of it, and that's your entire jeb door. So, if we flip it down like this, boom, it closes, and then flip it up, it opens up. Closes, opens up. That's how it's going to work. And then for PE players, just switch your repeater to 3 ticks, remove these blocks here, place a block in front of your 3-tick delay repeater, then place your redstone on top of your pistons like that, and then place down more redstone right down here, and then it should work on PE. For a console, though, this will not work on console because obviously when you go like this, it breaks the redstone. On console and PC, it will break the redstone, but on PE, it will not do that. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up for Pocket Edition people, so when they do update it finally, you can easily build it. So pretty much that's the only thing that you should have trouble with. Now what we're going to do is set up our dropper, hopper, T-flip-flop right off the side of where this redstone is. So basically we're just going to dig out this area once again, just a few more blocks on this side, dig out this area, just make sure you can see everything that you could possibly see. So just dig out this area. And now we're going to place in our hopper, dropper, T-flip-flop right here. All right, guys, so I quickly went ahead and just dug out a pretty good sized portion of my mountain. You don't have to go crazy with it. Just make sure you have enough room to see everything. Now, coming out of this redstone, we're going to go ahead and place another block and place a comparator going into the redstone like so. Now, we're going to go ahead and build a dropper, hopper, T-flip-flop. I always get people asking me why I always do this one, and that's because it works on every single edition of Minecraft. It works on console, it works on PC, and it works on Pocket Edition. That's why I absolutely love it. So if I do redstone-related stuff, it makes it easier for every single edition. Now, right behind this comparator, we're going to place a dropper facing upwards. We have to place it upwards. See, I didn't even give myself enough room. We have to place a dropper facing upwards off the backhand side of this comparator. So place it facing up like that. Make sure it's a dropper also. If it's a dispenser, it will not work. Then we're going to place another dropper facing away from our entire build over here. So place a block here, place a dropper, make sure it's facing away. See, I just see the face of the dropper is facing away of everything. Then we're going to take out another dropper and face one downwards by going into crouch mode off the side of the top dropper right there. Next up, take out your hopper and place a hopper going into the bottom dropper right there, and that's it. That's your hopper, dropper, T-flip-flop. Next up, go into this bottom dropper and place one item, and it doesn't really matter what it is, just place one item inside of it, and it should actually close up your door. Now, any power going to this bottom dropper right here will close it and open it up. Next up, we are going to be placing in our water bucket. So right where our wall is, so right here is where my wall is for my entire build. We're going to come in just 1 block from the wall and place our water bucket. Make sure it is leveled with the dropper or T-flip-flop right there. So we're going to place it right here like that. And it should actually freeze it because I have my booties on right now. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly take off my Frostwalker boots so it doesn't keep freezing it like so. So make sure it's only 1 block in. So it should be actually just 1 block away from the hopper, dropper, T-flip-flop right here on the floor. We just want to make sure that we have way more than enough room to activate it when we go to the door. Now, all that's left to do is build our bud switch. Now, this one does work on PC as well, but I recommend just using an observer block. So I'm going to go ahead and build the one on console, and then I'll show you what I mean by using, I guess, maybe a furnace or something. So we're going to come to the backhand side of our water right here, and we're going to place a sticky piston facing away from our water. Make sure it's facing away from the water like that. Perfect. Now, what we're going to do is go ahead and take out a redstone block. So go over to your redstone section, take out a redstone block, and place it right in front of your sticky piston. We might have to dig out this area just a tiny, tiny bit more. So we're going to go ahead and just quickly dig out a little. Now, right in front of where our redstone block is, we're just going to dig down 1 more block. Make sure you're 2 blocks down from it, and then place a piece of redstone down there. Break a block right next to the redstone and place a redstone torch off of this block right here, like that. Then we're going to place a block on top of the redstone torch, a piece of redstone on top of the block, and then we're going to place a block over with a repeater coming out of that redstone, and we're going to set it to 1 tick delay. So take out a repeater, place a repeater going this way, make sure it's on 1 tick delay, place a block here, place another piece of redstone, and now our bud switch should be working. So if I put my Frost Walker boots on and I freeze the water, boom, as you can see, it just did a quick tick right there. And then once this breaks, it will tick again. So let's wait. And once it breaks, it should tick again, boop, and it ticks again. So it's working absolutely fine. Next up, we're gonna place a block right in front of that redstone, place a redstone torch underneath that, and that's it, guys. You are completely done. So, oh, actually, no, we're not. We're gonna have to quickly update this piston right here because we don't want it to be open at all times. We want it to be closed at all times. So just go ahead and update that piston right there once and just make sure that it's closed at all times. It has to be closed at all times. So now we can go ahead, test out everything. So we have our Frost Walker boots on. So when I come up to my door, it will freeze the water, open it up, and then we can go inside of our secret base here. This is completely up to you. I have no say in what you do in here. This is where you get to do whatever you would like inside of your secret base. So I'm going to go ahead and just clean up this area just a tiny bit more so I don't have to see any of this redstone. I'm going to update my block again. Just going to go ahead and add a few blocks there, add a few blocks up here, boop, like that. So let's wait for the water to go away first. So boom, so my door closed. So when I'm ready to leave, I just go like that and then walk right on out. And I do not want this to be blue because then people will know something is there. And then I'm just going to take out my stone real quickly and I'm going to go ahead and clean up this entire area. We want to make sure no one knows anything is here by cleaning it up with the blocks choice. You can go even crazier by maybe adding a few things jutting out from it so it doesn't look too normal. So, you know, maybe add a few more blocks like this or like that. Like, you know, just do a little bit more here and there. So now when we walk up to our door, it will open it up. And we can walk inside. We can do whatever we like inside of our secret base. This is completely up to you guys. You can do whatever you like. You have an entire mountain to work with, and then the door will just close once that block updates. And you know what, guys? I completely forgot. Like I said at the beginning, you have to make sure that there's some sort of lighting source over here. So make sure it's not right above it. If you put right above it, it will not work. So make sure it's always one block. There should be no blocks above the ice. If there's a block above that ice, it will not work. So make sure you place glowstone or a torch or just something that can melt the ice, and then everything's working. So now, like I said, do whatever you want in here, but you are completely done. So we walk out, boop, and oop, I did not clean that right there. That lever's still there. There we go. And then it should close. And then once it's closed, we can go ahead and go in once again. So just walk up to the door. It should open it up. Boop. And then we're inside of our base. And now before we move on to the second one, I did say for Pocket Edition people and PC people that I would show how to do it with an observer block instead of this big old bud switch right here. And that is very simple. I just reopened up everything. We're just going to go ahead and move a bunch of this stuff over. So leave that redstone torch there. We're actually going to be using, you don't know. Let's go ahead and remove that. So we're just going to remove all of this. Just remove all of this right here. And we're going to go ahead and coming out of this water right here. I do not have an observer block on console, but I did this on PC and Pocket Edition. But just to make the video a little bit easier, I'm just going to do it on console. So just pretend that this dropper right here is an observer block. So if you're on PE or if you're on PC, go ahead and just take out an observer block. Place your observer block facing away from the water. And then what you're going to do is place a piece of redstone in front of your observer block like this. Then you're going to place a block in front of the redstone. Then you're going to place a redstone torch on top of the block. A block on top of the redstone torch on top of it instead, bringing your blocks over like this, and then just place your redstone like that. And that's just for PC and Pocket Edition people that have observer blocks. Hopefully, console people, we get it soon because that thing is absolutely awesome. All right, guys, second up on the list, we're going to be building pretty much the anywhere undetectable entrance right here. So if you throw an item, we can get right in. Super easy to build. Works absolutely great. So let's go ahead and just start building this thing. So bloop. And you know, I actually kind of want my hoe back. So give me that back. All right, guys, so first things first with the second one, just find a nice open field pretty much anywhere you really want to. You can use any block that you really want to as well. Just make sure that it's not an immovable object. And we're going to go ahead and start off by building a sideways, or I should say a vertical jeb door. So we're going to go ahead and just open up a few blocks like this. Let's go ahead and just open up a nice 3x3 area like this. So dig down 3 times and a 3x3 area. So there we go, 3x3, and we dug down 3. Now let's go ahead and just place in our jeb door by going like this, 1, 2, and then 1 facing upwards. There is our vertical jeb door. And then place whatever block that you're going to have it remove off the top. I'm going to be using, of course, grass, because that's pretty much my surrounding over here is grass. So I'm just going to place a grass block right above it like that. Next up, place a block up right here, and then we're going to place a repeater coming out of the block and set it to 2 ticks delay. Place a block in front of the 2-tick delay repeater with a piece of redstone like that. Now, if you're on Pocket Edition, set the repeater to 3 ticks. Make sure, PE people, that you set it to 3 ticks or it will not work. Console and PC, just keep it on 2 ticks. It will work absolutely fine. Next up, coming out from this block, we're going to dig out a bit more. So dig down 3 blocks again, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to dig out 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like that. So make a 2x2 area and dig down 3. Then going into the block, we're going to place another repeater, and we're going to set that one to 1 tick delay. Place up a block next to the repeater with a redstone torch off the side of that block. So take out a redstone torch, place it off the side of the block, And now what we're going to do is place redstone right behind our repeater, and this will activate our Jeb door right here. So boop, and it'll activate it, pushing it up. So if your Jeb door did not do that, so if we remove it, boom, comes down, boop, goes up. So like I said, Pocket Edition people, make sure it's set to 3 ticks or it will not work. It will even work on console set to 3 ticks, but I like to just have it go as fast as possible. So 2 ticks for console and PC, and then for Pocket Edition, 3 ticks. Just remember that. So there is our Jeb door in action. Next up, we're going to set up our hopper minecart system, so when we throw an item like this, it will open it up. So what we're going to do is now dig out this area by digging down 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. And right here is where our items are going to be going when we throw them down. So now what you're going to need for this part is a hopper. You're also going to need a rail, a minecart with a hopper, and I cannot take out because I have too many items on me. You're also going to need a minecart with a hopper, and that's basically it. So right off the side of this sticky piston that's extended up, place in your hopper. Then right on top of it, place a rail in by going into sneak and or crouch mode. And then go ahead and just place a minecart with a hopper on top of that. Then coming out of the hopper right here, going into this block, we're going to place a redstone compared. And that's pretty much everything, guys. So when we throw an item at it, boop, it will open it up. And then when we take the item out of it, it will close it. Boop, just like that. Now what we want to do is place 2 blocks right next to that minecart with a hopper so we don't accidentally push it out of place. We want to make sure that it doesn't get pushed out of place. So now I could just keep hitting it all I want because the rail is facing that way. You know what? That's also another thing, guys. Make sure your rail is facing from side. So if it's not doing that, just place another rail next to it, and then it'll update it, and then place your blocks like that. That's just so you don't push it out of place. See, I can't push it out of place because it's stuck between these 2 blocks. So now what we have to do is just create our slime block launcher, and we'll be completely done. So right next to our sticky piston right here, we're going to dig down 3 more blocks. So right from here, dig down 3 more blocks. 1, 2, 3. Take out your sticky pistons, place a sticky piston facing upwards, and on top of it, place in a slime block, and then go ahead and dig out the area until you reach to that slime block. Now, do not break the block that our comparators on, and do not break the block that our repeaters on, or you're going to break a few things, and you don't want that to happen. The reason why we're digging down a little bit more because we have to take out obsidian and place obsidian around our slime block, or else it will not work. So make sure you place obsidian around it like that, and place up more obsidian right here because we don't want it attaching to any blocks and breaking. Then right next to our sticky piston right here, we're going to dig down 1 more block, place a piece of redstone, place another obsidian block right on top of the redstone, and then place in a button, and that's your slime block launcher. You are absolutely completely done. Right here is your secret base. You get to do whatever you want here. It is completely up to you. And now all you have to do is just clean up the area a little bit. I like to just place a few more blocks around this area. Place a few blocks over here so I don't have to see those pistons. Place a few more blocks up here. And then, of course, for the top area, just place in your grass blocks so you can't see anything. So just place it all the way around. Place it there, place it there, place it there, and all like so. So now when I jump down, boop, I shouldn't take any damage thanks to my slime block. And then if I take out my item, it will close it up. And then if I place my item back inside of it, it will reopen it up. And then when I want to get out, just stand here, click this button, and I'll be slime block launched out of it, take the item out of the hopper, and then go on my way. And then third up on the list is going to be the one with no name, because I'm pretty sure I didn't name this thing. It's like, I guess till the ground one. We till the ground, you can get inside of it. I really don't know what kind of name to give it, but it's not too hard, and we are going to have to change it up a bit for Pocket Edition. And if PC people want to use the Pocket Edition one, they can with the observer block. So basically, to get started up on this one, just find a good spot like this on the side of a cliff, and of course you can always add in a few more stone blocks and or dirt off the side to hide it up really nicely. Like once you build the entire thing, you can go crazy and add a few more things in there to make it look really hidden. So I want mine to go right here, and of course we are going to need some dirt blocks up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace this little pillar right here with maybe like 3 dirt blocks like that, so it kind of matches like what's going on with this team. See how there's like 3 there, there's 2 there, there's 2 there, just like, you know, a few little dirt blocks to the side so no one notices anything. And then what we're going to do is basically just dig into this place right here. Let's just open it up a little bit so we can see what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead once I've opened up a pretty good chunk. Just make sure you remember where your dirt is and where the wall is going to be going. But like I said, you can always terraform it to make it however you want it to look. So you guys have it. I went ahead and opened up this little area right here, and this is where my dirt is, and this is where my wall is to open up to let me in. I just wanted to make sure that I remembered where it was by simply just keeping those 2 blocks like that. So next up, what we're going to need to make this on console. Now, PE people, don't follow this part because it will not work for you. This is for console and PC players only. For Pocket Edition, I'll make the changes at the end. So just open up the area and then place in your pistons and pretty much just do that. So we're going to need redstone comparators. We're going to need some redstone torches, some redstone. We're going to need a sticky piston. We're also going to need a cauldron, a bucket of water, and that's basically going to be our bud switch for this thing. So coming right here next to where we're going to be tilling around, this is the block we're going to be tilling to get inside of our build. This right here is our block. So we're going to break the block right next to it and place a comparator going away from where our door is going to be going. And then off the side of the block where our comparator is, we're going to place in a redstone torch. Then right below that redstone torch, we're going to place in a piece of redstone, and then break down a block next to that redstone like that, placing in 2 more pieces like so. Now right here, we're going to dig out the blocks 1 away from our comparator. 1 away from our comparator, dig down 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. 1 away from it, dig down 3. I'll open it all. I'm just going to open it all up just to make it easier like this. We're just going to dig out this whole area. Make sure you keep the block behind your comparator though. And now what we're going to do is just place a block up in front of that redstone. And I'm going to reopen up everything later on just so we can see the entire thing in all its glory. So right here, we're just going to have a block in front of our redstone. Place our sticky piston right here with our cauldron on top of it, and then a bucket of water inside of it. And boom, there is our block updater. So now when I go like this until the ground, it updates it. And if I jump on it and break it, well, come on, break it. Break it. Sometimes console is so weird. There we go. It finally broke it. There we go. See, everything is working. This is for console and PC players. Next up, we're going to set in our door. So we're going to need some sticky pistons and some blocks of choice. I'm going to be using, of course, stone, because my whole entire mountain's stone. So right here is where my door is. So this is where we're going to activate it like this. Boop. It's going to open up this part, and we're going to walk in right here. So then 1 block away from where our stone is, we're going to place in 2 more sticky pistons. 1, 2, like that. So now we can go ahead and remove this and place it right in front of our sticky pistons like so. Now all we have to do is just set it up so these open up and close real quickly when we go inside of it, and then when we leave it as well. So right on top of this redstone torch, let's go. So I'm going to quickly go ahead and just open this up a tiny bit more like that. And we're going to open it up this way as well. We're going to need some room over here. We're going to need at least 2 more blocks of room over here as well. And we can go ahead and terraform this later on, guys. We can always re-put everything back in. It doesn't matter. So there we go. So right above this redstone torch, we're going to place a block. And then we're going to take out droppers. We need droppers, not dispensers. Make sure they're droppers. And we're going to open this up a little bit more right here. And we're going to place a dropper facing upwards off of this block. And then another dropper facing downwards into that dropper. So pretty much we just have a dropper going into this dropper, and this dropper going back into this one. So, and now we're going to go ahead and place in 1 item inside the bottom dropper. Place a block next to it. And then place in a redstone comparator going inside of it. And as you can see, it closed the door. So if we went ahead and just updated this block real quickly like this, boop, it should open up the door. But as you see, it didn't close it just yet. Now we have to make it so it closes it as well. So we're actually gonna have to take this item back out and place it back in here at the bottom. So to make it so it closes it as well, we're gonna come back over here, and where this redstone torch is, we're gonna place a block here. Place a repeater coming out of that block. So now we're gonna have to take out our repeaters. Then go ahead and take out your repeaters and place a repeater coming out of the block that our redstone torch is going into, and set it to 4 ticks delay. Place a block in front of it. Place a redstone torch on top of it. Place a block on top of the redstone torch. And then place a redstone torch off the side of it like this. And that's it, guys. So now when we update this block, it will open it and then close it right away. So we have way more than enough time to go into it. I'll show you real quickly. So all you have to do is just till the ground, hold forward, and we'll go right into our secret base like that. You have way more than enough time to get inside of it. Now we have to set it up so it closes. Now we just have to set it up so it opens and closes from the inside as well. So take out some blocks of choice for your flooring for the inside of your base. I'm just going to be using dark oak planks. Place it right here off the front. And we're going to be placing a pressure plate off this block. So go ahead and take out a wooden and or stone. Really doesn't matter. I'm going to be using stone and place it right on top of it like that. And now what we have to do is just bring power from this pressure plate up into this comparator's side. Do not set it to subtraction. Make sure your comparator is not in subtraction. And we're just going to bring the power over there. So let's use a different color as well. So I'm going to be using yellow, and we're also going to need slabs for this part as well. Take out some slabs, and we're going to go ahead and just bring the power from that over to our comparator. So just dig out this area a little bit more. Just dig it out. We have to make sure that we can see everything. We want to bring our power from that pressure plate over to that comparator. So right below it, we're going to place in a slab upside down. Make sure it's upside down with a piece of redstone, and make sure to go around this entire sticky piston right here with slabs. If you don't, it will activate it, and then it'll open and close it 2 more times than it needs to. It won't affect anything, but it'll just be super duper annoying. So we're just gonna be bringing this redstone, like I said, up to that comparator. So just come from this comparator, down a block, down a block, down a block. Just keep coming down and just connect it together. That's all you have to do. Just connect the redstone all the way around up into there. And that's it, guys. You are completely done. So now we go right here and walk into it. It should open it up and let us out. And then if we update it on this side, boop, it should open up and let us in. And that's it, guys. That's the entire build. Now, all you have to do is just take your stone and terraform the area to make it look good again. So, just placing your stone here so no one can see anything. Place it there, and place it over here. And now no one can see anything. And if you want, you can make it so you have to get down there with elytra wings. You have to use an ender pearl. You can make some sort of step way down to it if you really want to. But that's the entire build. So if I update this really quickly, boop, and it'll open up and let me in. And then inside here, it's up to you guys. You can do whatever you want. This entire area is your oyster. Do whatever you would like to. So now I'm going to quickly go ahead and open up this area just a tiny bit more, and then I'm going to show people how to do it on Pocket Edition. But if you were doing this on console or PC, you are completely done, guys. That's how you build everything. But for Pocket Edition people, just stick around. I'll show you what you have to do to make it on Pocket Edition. Alright guys, so for Pocket Edition people, and actually PC people can do this as well, it's actually going to be a little bit easier, just because of those observer blocks. I cannot wait for us to get those observer blocks. So we're going to go ahead and just remove all of this. Remove it all, guys. Just keep the sticky pistons. That's the only thing you need to keep is the sticky pistons, and just remember where your dirt block is. That's all you need to do. Just remember where all that stuff is. We're basically going to be putting back in most of this stuff, but we just need to move it around just a tiny bit for it to work. So right here where our comparator is off the side of our dirt block that we're going to be using our thing to till the ground and activate it, we're going to remove that. And now since I do not have observer blocks on console edition, don't worry, I built it on PE. The reason why I'm not switching to it, it's just because it'll make the video a lot longer than I want it to be. Just place your observer block off the side of your dirt block like that. And if you want to check it out to make sure that it works, just place a block in front of your observer block, place a piece of redstone, till your ground, and it should update that piece of redstone right there. So pretty much this right here, my dropper is your observer block. Next up, what I want you to do is now place a repeater coming out of the block where we just placed that redstone going this way, and set it to 4 ticks delay. Then in front of that 4 tick delay repeater, we're going to place in a block, place in a redstone torch, place in yet again another block, and then we're going to take out our droppers and do like I did before, place a dropper facing upwards off the top block and one downwards into each other. It's the same exact thing, guys, just moved over a tiny bit. Now we're just going to place in 2 blocks here, 1, 2. Place a redstone comparator coming out of the bottom one right here, like this, and then place a piece of redstone in front of it like so. Now we have to just set it up so we activate the top dropper as well by placing in a block right here, placing another repeater going this way, set it to 4 ticks delay, place a block in front of your 4 tick delay repeater, a redstone torch on top of it, and then a block on top of your redstone torch, like that. There we go. And then another redstone torch to the side. Make sure you place your item inside your droppers too, guys. So go right here and just place your item inside your dropper like that. And now all that's left to do is just to place in your pressure plate. Now your pressure plate needs to be at least 1 more block away. It used to be here on console and PC. You just have to place it 1 more block away and then just bring it over to this redstone. That easy, guys. You can simply go from the bottom if you want to, or you can go right next to it like this. I like to just go from the bottom though, go like that. Just bring it right over and then place in your redstone like this. And that's it, guys. That's everything you need to do on Pocket Edition for it to work. It might let me out. It might let me out of it if I go this way, actually. Yeah, it does. So go. Oh, I almost died. So going out of it, it works for me. But since I don't have observer blocks on console, it won't work for me. But it should work absolutely fine for you guys on Pocket Edition. And then, of course, like I said at the beginning, all you have to do is now just terraform the land to make it look nice and fit the build. So we're gonna go like that. Maybe add a few more stone blocks there. Add a few more stone blocks right here like this. There we go. And there. And there we go. Now we can't see absolutely. Oh, no, we can. Boop, now we can't see absolutely anything. But there you guys have it. That's how you build all 3 undetectable base entrances. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Stay tuned with my newest videos. All right, guys. Peace.